Sorry, Mandarins, a little late. All alone with my puppy tonight. Nice hit here. Lots of movement out of the beginning. Good job. You can hear the reaction of the crowd. Well done. Good opening. Certainly the "if I must fall" idea is communicated with the, I never know what to call them, towers, columns. Soloist, 48 or so. Seems a little forced into the slot just because of the people around him. I think it's the biggest thing in the world, but percussion could have been a little cleaner there, I think. Before they run away there, snares. A little bit of congestion musically. Nice toss. Nice toss, and the timing of it in the silence is what really worked for me. Move the altos across the field. Well done. Again, they have my attention visually because there wasn't a whole lot out there. Color guy toss in the back works. The randomness of some of the columns work. The two in the middle, that's your call, I guess, but a little annoying. I love that little move through the brass line. Good. Kind of a little added attraction, a little eye candy. And more dissonance here as we react and move forward. Freeform kind of fits that, I think. So many people on the cymbals. You can check it out live, but on flow marching it seems a little intense. Again, reactions is good. Reactions are good. I like reactions. Sorry if I'm tilting. Like the toms pulled away from the rest of the drum line. They have to be, right? You're moving props. Here they come. I like the percussion not alone, but actually being reinforced by the various chords and background with the brass. It's good. It adds a level that's maybe not offered enough by a lot of people. It makes it sound more like a production instead of a drum solo. How's that? I like this drum. Everybody needs their turn. Poles in the rifles. Side 2, very good. Smaller version of a. It's interesting. Nice job with the full ensemble, brass and gymnastics included. Some lack of clarity in there. I think some of that, because of the positioning of all that, you're pretty deep in the field, so you don't maybe have the impact that you would like without playing louder. And I don't want them to play loud. I want them just to play with a better sense of clarity. I talked through that last transition. Not too sure about it. The tower. Hard for me to see what exactly is happening there. You see the soloist off to the side, I assume. Oh, there's a soloist up on top. Piccolo trumpet maybe or something. Okay. Don't know if there's any significance to that or it's just an idea. Yeah, a little bit slow for things to develop. I mean, the halftime's not helping me, but big arc. And color guard's doing a nice job backfield. Big color guard. Yeah, okay, the run in. Nice catch. Better catch that, right? You're not asking for a reaction there, you're not getting one. Seems like a lot of work to not get one, but I think because of the... Just, yeah, there. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Just because of the tone of everything at the end there, there's a sense of things being foreboding. I'm not going to clap there. I think something's happening, like is happening now, and so that's, you kind of disavow any opportunity there for reaction. Of course, not all reactions are applause. I totally get it. Gotta tone those down, whoever's doing this. No drummer's even playing. Who's screaming that out? Moment for the color guard with the duets and the small group. I mean, you're certainly looking to tone things down. I don't know that you have the melodic content there or the sense of beauty that maybe you're looking for. Color guard timing, not good. They run away and run back. And now we're falling down. The first one caught me. I was like, wait a minute. And then I see a few more, so I'm okay. Oh. I have no idea why. I must fall. Now I know, I guess. That would be the only reason I know that. I'm sure there's a bigger context to I must fall, but I do not know what that is. And I'm sure most people in the stands do not, but it's a whole nother philosophical issue. The falling of the left side and then back up. Yep, good chord. Okay, Tom's leading us in again. Interesting. It does feel like a transition though. Like just the fact that we're getting the columns out of the way, drums are making their way across the field, color guys making their way back. It's not very convincing that this is a moment for the percussion as much as it's a moment to get everyone where you need them to be. I mean, it's better than a drumline stem than semicircle, don't get me wrong. Yeah, when everyone's playing the digittos, careful at the end there. Yeah, this is clearly more involved. It's interesting, color guard, two different ideas on both sides, I think, for a little bit there, weren't they? They were facing in different directions, maybe. Back together again. Ending coming up. Company front coming up. Maybe not. I don't know what the words were in there. We should make it all the way up here. I might have to have it a little louder if they're not picking it up on the mics. I don't know if people in the stands are hearing that. Maybe they are. In the back with our columns, Color Guy has an entire field to itself. And one more time. And run along and it drops. You should have people up, right? You don't. You don't. So the question for me is why, if that was me, and it was my show, I'd be sitting in the back of the bus saying, okay, why are they not up? Why? They should be up while you're running down the line. And the reason's not what's happening while you're running down the line, is how you set up for that, which I'm sure you know. So what is there about the setup, about your quarter structures, about pacing? You know, we can go through all that. But there's something about all of that that if you can get that squared away, you want a standing ovation from the time you begin the run all the way to the end. That's how you get judges on effect to give you numbers. You know, they have to hear all that and then they run along with it. But when they only stand up at the end, or more or less the end, that's a problem. You know, you guys have a different show. I was going to say before, you have a different show than the last couple years, where you had tricks, I'll call them. At least one I certainly recall, if not two, each of the 2 years, where people were guaranteed to be up. It was awesome. You're not using tricks, and you can only use tricks so long. I don't disagree with that idea. But now you need to structurally generate effect, especially at the end. You have a very good show. I think it's pretty understandable. I'd like to know a little bit more about it. That's a whole thing for me. Like, you know, do I have to go into a judge's critique and hear you talk to me for 20 minutes or watch a 20-minute video before I get out there? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I think most people don't. Most people show up in the stands and they're trying to if they don't figure it out, they don't figure it out. And that's unfortunate. So, that's about it. Guys are doing well. I think you started out a little rough. I remember seeing you, I think first show in California, and I was like, I don't know. But I think things have picked up dramatically, and you're kind of in that mix again. So congrats again, certainly for everything over the last couple of years, for the people that have been there, and for you guys this year, congrats. So thanks. See you down the road, maybe.